I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So
I'm
deep.
just busy eating my humble pie.
Well, yeah, but you have to explain why.
It's humble pie because I rewrote an idea of ours for a child's picture book, whose title I can't give because the title gives it all away. It's a great high concept title. And Tad didn't like what I'd done with it. And our agents liked it, but they agreed with Tad that it was the wrong direction to take the story. So if you've got to eat humble pie, at least make it coconut cream pie.
A fulsome, if somewhat self-serving apology. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's the mood. Deb may be catching a little bit of it here. Big week for public bad behavior. Somebody's shouting at the president in the Congress, and which was pretty amazing. And then a couple of nights later, we have Kanye West grabbing the microphone away from Taylor Swift after she's won her award to say, basically, sorry, girl, but they got it wrong, and you're up here under false. I mean, it was.
I thought it was classically, insanely compartmentalized behaviour. It was like he felt he couldn't offend her by saying this. It had nothing to do with her. Sorry, girl. It's not personal.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, but
I just thought it was insane.
I don't think it's insane per se.
No,
I think
it's
it's
not insane. Just
oh no. I mean no.
Stupid,
It was
graceless.
It was a horrible thing to do. But what I think is interesting is that whether because of the political atmosphere or the political atmosphere is part of it, we're kind of seeing this breakdown of the old-fashioned and normal way of, and this is kind of like what you said, compartmentalization, between what's acceptable public behavior and what's acceptable pride in front of the television, and go, no way, that's wrong. But, most of us when we're out in public and that presents itself, we don't necessarily say the same things. And, Kanye obviously spends too much time home, with his crew, watching,
and his blog.
watching things on television,
and his Twitter
going,
account.
oh, check this, Arnold gonna shoot the hell out of these guys. You go get him, Terminator. Yeah, you go. He's like into some weird thing, that he.
He's in a bubble.
Yeah, his bubble. He's in a bubble.
You think Hennessy, the bottle of Hennessy might
A
have
bottle of Hennessy? Well, I'm sure that was a certain disinhibitory effect. We all have to hand out a shout out for Patrick Swayze, who was not only a guy who fought very hard against a horrible disease, but also was significant to many people, including my favorite television show, Mystery Science Theater 3000, which their episode where they featured a Patrick Swayze Christmas was one of the best ever. And for that alone, and of course many other things. I know all you girls are way big on Dirty Dancing stuff, but for me it's Patrick Swayze Christmas. But anyway,
let me ask you this.
Travel well, Dalton.
In a literary manner speaking, when you see things like Wilson and what happened at the MTV Awards, etc., is there any seepage of that suddenly one of your characters will do, in this case?
Hey! Ho! Dog! Eating pie!
Oh.
Can somebody come and grab it for me? Sorry, Steve, you're saying?
Who could ever have foreseen that happening?
That's all right.
Put a piece of pie on the edge of the table and the dog starts eating it. What a shock.
I forgot.
Well, seepage. Does it get into our
Seepage.
heads?
Do you have one of your characters like?
Yeah, well,
I pick up stuff.
3 months ago, our dogs were perfectly behaved. That beagle would have asked permission before doing that. No, Deb, go ahead.
Oh, I take certain vibes that I pick up on any one day, and if they will happen to fit the character or fit into some place, then yes, I'll download that feeling. I try and go to a wordless place where it's just about that feeling, and I'll sit there and I'll think about that feeling, and then it goes into the text.
I don't really do that myself.
You just flow.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that
Time just flows.
my machineries are so much slower And this begins to sound like a digestion metaphor, and that's kind of disgusting. But the processing is much, much slower with me, and so I don't tend to react to day-to-day things around me. But they undoubtedly have an effect on me, and I'm sure that they, again, digestion metaphors here. Never mind. I was going to say, they bubble up. No, forget it. It's just going to be disgusting no matter which way I put it. Not so much with me. That's the short answer. Okay, we have October 3rd, 2009. In case you're watching this in the distant future on some kind of weird preserved resinous thing that's left over from the 21st century. October 3rd, 2009, we are going to be at Borderlands Books in San Francisco at 3 p.m. And lovely people at Borderlands, if you haven't been there before, get off that table,
It's
you
the dog
wretched
again.
dog.
Hold on. Let's get the dog.
Sherman.
Smile. You're on canine camera.
Are the flowers in these words?
No, that's okay. I'm going to do a close up because it looks like he's behind bars for bad behavior.
And as well he should be.
Yeah.
Hey, Sherman.
He's looking for the pie.
Yeah, he thinks maybe you have pie.
Okay, we're back. We're back live.
Borderlands, October 3rd, which will be great fun because they're lovely people and it's a great store.
And they have beautiful Egyptian Sphinx cats who are very characterful.
Yes, and will not eat your pie, I'm sure. They're much better behaved than our animals. Also, as we mentioned before, over the weekend of 29th of October to the 1st of November, we will be at World Fantasy Convention in
San Jose.
Thank you. And you can look that up on the internet to get further information. They probably still have some memberships available or day memberships. And it's a fabulous do, which you should come do. And do we have anything else on the offing? We're just working mostly. Yeah? Right? Oh, and we have a dinosaur. Can we look at the dinosaur?
Oh, before we do look at the dinosaur, visit us at tadwilliams.com. And I'm on Twitter as Mrs. Tad, and we're both on Facebook. So... www.tadwilliams.com.
Easy. Come here.
I've got you under my skin.